Evander Kane. You may love him, you may hate him. Either way, 35 goals in 58 games. That man's about to get paid. Welcome back, hockey fans. Welcome in if this is your first time to the channel. I'm Josh. This is the Hockey Flow, and today it's Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. That's right, Evander Kane's going to be the topic of discussion today, big free agent, so we got to look at where he potentially is going. We're going to get to that in just a moment on Today in Hockey. But first, we got to get to Today in Hockey history. Then we'll get into a couple of headlines, including the Tampa Bay Lightning making some cap space. Then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the video, our article deep dive. Like I said, we're talking Evander Kane. Thanks to the hockey writers, Rob Couch. He gives us 3 potential destinations. We're going to react and break down those 3 puppies. But if you do enjoy the content, take a moment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll wait right here while you do so. I really do appreciate it. Helps us out a ton, especially as we're just getting started. But let's get right into it, shall we? Today in Hockey history. On this date, July 3rd, Steve Yzerman announces his retirement from the Detroit Red Wings after 22 seasons with the organization. This occurred in 2006. Sad day for Red Wings fans, but what an illustrious career, 22 seasons, my goodness. Headlines, headlines, headlines. First and foremost, like I said, Tampa Bay Lightning, man, making some moves. Ryan McDonough was traded today to the Nashville Predators, for Felipe Myers and forward Grant Mismash. So this was most certainly a cap-clearing move. The Lightning needed to, make some moves to clear some cap space. We were thinking maybe it was going to be Alex Killorn, but Ryan McDonough is the chosen one. He was making almost $7 million towards the cap, so this is a smart move. Gives them that flexibility. We talked about it in a couple days ago's video. 5 Stanley Cup free agents, and I tell you what, Ondrej Palat, I think he is their focus. Check that video out. I'll leave the link down in the description. See who else we talked about, but I think this is a proper step in signing him. All right, other news. We talked about it yesterday. Winnipeg Jets, they officially announced Rick Bowness as their head coach. So I know the pickings were a little slim at the end, and they didn't get who they initially were wanting with Barry Trotz. But I wish Rick Bowness all the best, and all the best to you as well, Jets fans. I know it's been a little tough recently. But all right, let's get into it. Article of the day: Evander Kane. 3 potential landing spots for Evander Kane in free agency by Rob Couch, and this was a lot of fun. Evander Kane is really a polarizing figure right now because of all of his off the ice stuff. Right, prior to coming to Edmonton this season, he had a lot of bad press. A lot of the Sharks players just despised him. Got a really bad rap. And I tell you what, after his time with Edmonton, I'm not sure what to think of that time in San Jose. Was that an anomaly, or did he just button it up real good because he knew he had to? Was it Edmonton's structure or leadership? But either way, whatever it may be, he is a free agent and he is sought after right now. Teams are kind of not worried about the off the ice stuff, and we're focusing on the ice stuff, so we're going to do the same. I know a lot of that stuff is just gross and we don't want to talk about it anyway, but it's a part of it. It's a part of the discussion, and you shouldn't treat people that way. So if any of that stuff is actually true, just goodness. But again, I digress. Let's talk about Evander Kane, the hockey player. So he is a polarizing name, but he produces, right? We mentioned at the beginning of the video, 35 goals in 58 games for the Oilers. He was one of the leading goal scorers in the playoffs as well, not just for the Oilers, but overall. So where is he going to sign? We got 3 teams, and we're going to go through them here, and just to see what a team's potentially getting here. Thanks again to Dom and Shayna at The Athletic for the player card. We may be looking at JFresh's player cards coming up. I'm just not sure exactly about copyright and all that stuff. Want to make sure we don't rustle any feathers, if you will. But I do love these Athletic player cards nonetheless. And look at the value there: $7.4 million, 2.1 game score value added. That's up there. Top 6 wingers. So that's excellent production for Evander Kane in a short period, and he has a history of producing as well. It's not like he's been a slouch before this. But where's he going to sign? First and foremost, re-sign with Edmonton. This is what Mr. Couch gives us. He has already succeeded there. The fit is good, absolutely. I agree. He played really well with both McDavid and Draisaitl. Really found his home on that top line towards the end of the season and in the postseason, kind of doing the tough work for keeping people off McDavid, stuff like that. But also then he has the skill to produce, score those goals, and put it in the puck. It's not like Cassian out there just floating around. But does signing him long term make sense? At this point, Kane isn't looking to come in on the cheap to help a team win or something like that. He's looking to get paid. I know I said I was going to remove all the personal stuff out of the conversation, but it is well known that Evander Kane has debt issues, stuff like that too. So you have to imagine money is going to be a focus of his, and he deserves it too. He deserves to get paid. He played really well, but can the Oilers afford it, and should they devote that much money to him? Because we're talking, he must be a fan of the Athletic as well, because numbers his camp is talking around starting at $7 million for the Oilers, $8 million everyone else. I don't know if that money is where we want to put that money. With Kane, he still is a little bit of a risk, right? He knew he needed to be on his best behavior. So I don't know. Edmonton Oilers fans, let me know. Do you want to see Kane back? I would rather us bring back all of our young guys and try to supplement the roster in other ways, I think. But let me know in the comments. I appreciate you. All right, Washington Capitals. This one's really cool. And, to be honest, I did not know about this Ovi connection until doing some research and reading through this article. But Ovi wanted him. Ovi actually had reached out and tried to convince him to sign with the Caps when he was a free agent before. So that's neat. You've got the endorsement of the face of the franchise. The Capitals are looking for a replacement for Backy, right? We talked about it a while back. He did have hip resurfacing surgery, not replacement, thank goodness, but hip resurfacing. It's still a very extensive surgery, and it is a long recovery time. So they are looking to replace someone in that lineup. Next to Ovi. Kane's not a center, of course. He's a winger, but just filling in for that production. And then they need that physicality for the playoffs. Mr. Couch makes an excellent point. What if the Washington Capitals would have had Evander Kane for the postseason run against the Panthers? That they took them to, didn't we go 7 games? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, imagine if they would have had Evander Kane had that physicality. Might have been a different series. Caps might have moved forward. Last but not least, though, Los Angeles Kings. And this is another intriguing one because you have to kind of take the sentiment out of it, right? Like if Kane just wants to get paid, and you know what, whoever's going to pay me the most, I'm going there. The Kings have cap room. They're building something. We just traded for Fiala, but one thing that they are missing as I look through that roster is that grit, that toughness, that physicality. Kane would instantly bring that. Whether or not you plop him on the top line, probably plop him on the top line or even top 6, no matter what, first or second line. That physicality is there, and his presence is known. They already do have a solid leadership group in place. Rob Couch makes that point, and I think that's a big point you have to make. Kane, he's not a young guy anymore. He's going to be 31 this year, but he still does need that, or he has that apparent need of structure and having leaders within the locker room that, one, will support him and understand him, but also, won't just come after him. So, again, we don't know what happens behind the scenes, right? It appears that Kane was an excellent citizen in Edmonton and did all the right things. But, again, for Los Angeles, they also have a role to fill, right? Dustin Brown retires. I know he hasn't been the Dustin Brown of old the last couple of years, but Evander Kane could fill that Dustin Brown role from prior, their cup runs, stuff like that. So I like that point as well. Overall, great article by Rob Couch. I love the hockey writers. We'll have to keep coming back to them. But where do you guys think Evander Kane is going to sign this offseason? A lot of great choices, no wrong answers until he actually picks a team, right? But let me know in the comments. That's going to do it for the video today. We are doing a giveaway at the channel right now. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're on our way to 100 subscribers. We're getting there. So again, thank you so much if you are subscribed. If you're not, you made it this far, might as well go do it, right? Doesn't cost you a thing, and I really do appreciate it. But once we hit 100, we're going to give away a $100 gift card to the NHL shop. Let you guys pick something out from your favorite team just as a token of my appreciation. But again, thank you guys so much. We may do a special video tomorrow, 4th of July holiday, but either way, if not tomorrow, then we'll do next weekend. But we'll be back tomorrow with Today in Hockey anyway. But until tomorrow, cheers!